guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, today's video is gonna be one that I get excited to film these videos every time, and I only get to film them twice in a year because I do these at like a 6-month interval. I have done a ton of videos like these, and if you haven't watched them, go and check out the empties series that I have an empties playlist which I will try to link in the description of this video. But I tried to add videos to these playlists because if you like watching a specific kind of video, it would be helpful. But I have a ton of empties videos that I have posted in the past 5 years, and there is a decent amount of them which is this style of video, which is my most repurchased products. I do one at the end of June and then I do one at the end of the year, so two at like a 6-month interval where I talk about products that I might not talk about very often. I feel like I talk about my favorite products more often these days as compared to in the past where I may not have talked about them as often. But these are literally products that I go through. You will see me empty tons and tons and tons of these throughout, and yes, we have a lot of stuff to go through. But I do want to give you a small little disclaimer. I am actually filming this video in the starting of June as compared to the end of June where I would usually do it, and that is because my empties bin, which I'm going to quickly show you. This is a giant bin that I have in which I've been storing my empties for years. This bin has literally never been this full. Okay, I just did an empties video like some time back. I filmed one to post a little bit later down the line, so you'll see it probably in the next 2 months. But I filmed that video just because I wanted to empty this bin up a little bit, and then it filled back up again very quickly. So I was like, I'm not going to be able to put any more empties in this if I just continue to like keep putting more and more things, and if I don't empty it out. So yes, that was our long ass intro for this video, but I'm going to try to not make the rest of the video as long, and we're going to dive right into this. The first thing that comes to my hand, and there should be like 1 or 2 of this. I think there is just one. We might eventually find one more, but that is my favorite shampoo. This is the Tresemme Keratin Smooth lower sulfate formula, whatever, I don't care about that, Pro Collection shampoo. The hair fall defense one has been my favorite from this line, but then I tried out the smaller size on this, fell in love with it, and ever since then I have been repurchasing this variant instead of repurchasing that. And I was thinking about it a while back. There is this thing that people think that if you cycle your shampoos, then your hair doesn't get used to it. I kind of used to believe that earlier when I was in school, but I feel like ever since then I have any which ways been like cycling my shampoos without thinking from that particular perspective. But this has been working very well, and I do feel like if I go back and forth between the two, I might not, like, my hair wouldn't get used to either of them, and these two would just continue working well for me. But recently, like the past couple of times I've been repurchasing a shampoo, I always end up repurchasing this variant as compared to that. I will also say that this variant seems to be a little bit more hydrating on the hair as compared to the hair fall defense one. And don't ask me if the hair fall defense helps with hair fall or not. Truly, I cannot tell you that, but both of them clean my scalp very well, and they just work very well. They're very affordable, it's cruelty free. I just have good things to say about it, and this is something that literally you see in every single empties video, because I go through one bottle, I would say every 3 to 4 months ish. So yeah, that's my first empty for this video, and I will hope to not talk about every single product for this long. The second product I have is the Dr. Sheths body lotions. Now I have the Ceramide and Vitamin C, and I have I think 2 empties. Yes, I have 2 empties of this. Ideally, I should have had 1 more empty of this. Then I have one of the tea tree and lactic acid one, and then I have the shea butter and vitamin E one. Now I did a video all about these, comparing them, so you know basically what the difference is. I wouldn't say there's a big difference. The tea tree one has like that scent, which is not my favorite in a body lotion, if I'm going to be honest. The shea butter and vitamin E plus the ceramide and vitamin C one are really great. But I do want to let you know something. I want to actually show you one more potential empty that I could have had of the ceramide and vitamin C one, but this one is not empty. It actually has a little bit product. I don't know if you can tell. This is one that I was using up until a couple of days, but I did notice something about the specific variant that I wanted to note, is that it has kind of been like pilling on my body. I've never experienced pilling with any specific body lotion ever, but I did notice a couple of days back that I had some pilling on my hands, specifically around my arms over here. And I was using this specific body lotion, and I just thought कि कुछ dust लग गया होगा. I didn't actually think that it was the body lotion that was pilling. But then later on I noticed that the jeans that I wear, the inside of the jeans have a lot of like flakies, basically the pilling of it and the flakies, and I was quite surprised. So then I kind of, you know, kept using, and whenever I was using this body lotion I was facing the same issues. So I don't know why that's happening. I don't know what's wrong. I've tried a couple of things. I have tried to like wait for the body lotion to dry down and then put on clothes. Like, I know that is one reason. Like, a lot of people might say, oh, maybe you're like, the body lotion hasn't sunken in and you're putting on your jeans and that's why you're having the pilling issue. I get that, but then why would the same thing happen on my hands? You know what I mean? And I have never faced an issue like this. In fact, even with this specific product, I don't think I faced the same issue earlier. I feel like it's more of a like, it's with this specific bottle, and maybe it's like a batch issue, I don't know, but I just wanted to note that. So yeah, this product actually doesn't last for a long time as well. You get like 200 ml, I want to say. How much product you get in here? Yeah, you get 200 ml of product, and it barely lasts for like 10 days. So I would say that it's a little expensive basis of that, because you will have to keep repurchasing this like 2 or 3 times in a month, which is crazy. And I have another body lotion which I'm going to show you, which is my favorite, by the way. It is the Saint Ives body lotions. I think I only have 2 this time around, but yeah, the Saint Ives body lotions are amazing and they do not give me that same issue. So I don't think I would be repurchasing or recommending the Dr. Sheths body lotions in future, because these Saint Ives ones are brilliant. This is the first time I tried out the renewing collagen and elastin one. Again, I don't know what the collagen and elastin is going to do for the body, but I like this specific product. It's got like a very faint scent to it, not anything that is overpowering or like, you know, too much. Essentially, it's not like perfume. And the hydrating vitamin E and avocado one I have used a lot of times in the past. I accidentally bought the smaller sizes actually in these. These are the 400 ml. I had intended to buy the 621 ml, but I messed it up, which is why I got the smaller ones. So these did not last as long as I would want them to, because they were the smaller sizes, but I will be repurchasing them for sure, both of them. I don't think the variant really matters at the end of the day. I would say this one has more of like a slightly fresh musky scent, whereas this one has more of like a fresh, again, I don't know how to describe it, but both of them are like super duper mild. I don't think the fragrance really matters on them. I just like all the variants, and I feel like I would like to like switch it up, you know. So whenever I do buy, I buy one of each, so that I can rotate between the different scents. So yes, I love the Saint Ives body lotions. I would highly recommend them. They are a much better bang for your buck as well. So yes, that is another empty and another product that I'm constantly repurchasing. Speaking about St. Ives, let's talk about another product that I really love from St. Ives as well, and those are the body washes. These body washes have been my go-to for the past 6 months. I had earlier used up this one, the Hydrating body wash in the coconut water and orchid scent. I was using this in the winter, leaning into summer a little bit, but by that time this was done. And then once summer came around, I started using the energizing body wash, which is the citrus and cherry blossom one, and I would say each of them lasts for around 2.5 to 3 months, I want to say. I feel like I ran out of this a little bit more quickly because in the summer I'm typically showering 2 times in a day, whereas in the winter I would just be showering in the morning. So I feel like that would also affect how quickly I go through a body wash. But I love the St. Ives body washes. I will probably not repurchase this specific scent because it's a little bit like laundry detergent, but the coconut water and orchid one I loved, and I will definitely be repurchasing this one probably when the July Nykaa sale comes around and I get a good price on the St. Ives body washes. And I accidentally dropped it. I'm sorry that you had to hear that sound, but yes, I love the St. Ives body washes. I will definitely recommend them, and that is one that you've seen me consistently repurchase over the years as well. Moving on, next we have some lens solution. I have 2 of this, I believe, and I feel like I should not be like explaining why these empties are here. I mean, I have been a contact lens wearer for 6 years now, so I go through these a lot, and 2 empty bottles kind of denote that I go through 1 bottle in 3 months, which is decent. I mean, I pay like $500 each. It's not that bad, and I definitely like wearing lenses way more than I like wearing my specs. So yeah, that is an expense I am very happy to deal with. What else? I am surprised that there is only one. I mean, I'm not surprised, but there is only one Batiste dry shampoo empty in here, and that is mainly because I feel like I have been using less and less dry shampoo in the past couple of months. That is also because earlier I was noticing some like flakiness in my scalp. It was more so like build up and dirt, and ever since I reduced my dry shampoo consumption, I actually did notice that has gone down significantly. So even though my mom believes that the flakiness and the build-up was because of dry shampoo, I'm not completely sure about it, but maybe I don't know. I don't want to discourage anyone from using dry shampoo if they do use it and they really love it. But if you have been facing the same issue that I was facing, where you have build up and like dandruff looking things in your scalp, and you use dry shampoo pretty regularly, then maybe try to reduce it and see if it works, and let me know, because I would love to know. This is my mom's theory. I choose to like not feel one way or the other, but I have been using less dry shampoo, and that's the reason I have only 1 empty. But if you had to ask me for a dry shampoo recommendation, this one is my favorite, specifically the one that is designed for dark hair, because it doesn't give you a white residue, which I really appreciate, if we're gonna be very honest. And it smells like very chocolatey and nice, so that's like an added benefit to that. Moving on, next we have 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, yeah, we just have 4 of my favorite retinol ever. This is the Earth Rhythm Rapid Renew Concentrate. I go through these, I want to say, every 2 weeks if I'm using it regularly. I also have one more retinol that I will show you. Yeah, actually I have only one of it, so we'll talk about it together. Why not? So the Earth Rhythm Rapid Renew Concentrate is my favorite retinol ever. It's more of a gel-like consistency, and it is something that just, I feel like when I first got into retinol, this is one that was kind of with me throughout that journey, so it holds a special place in my heart, and it is one that even my mom really loves, and she was using for a long time. She was like you know, a dedicated user of this retinol only, because she tried other ones but it didn't really work well for her, but this one really did. And you notice a significant improvement in your skin texture, in your hyperpigmentation, in your, even like for more mature skin, in your fine lines and wrinkles with using this specific product. And it's truly such a magical amazing like product in general that I highly recommend it, and I will continue to repurchase it as well. Even though I don't like how quickly I go through it, I still love it. So eventually I do see myself like culling down my collection and only like purchasing and spending money on my favorite products, and that is definitely one of them. The other retinol is the Thrive Youth Renewal Retinal Serums. Now they have a starter and they have a pro. I don't tend to notice much of a difference between the two, but since the active ingredient is like of a higher concentration in the pro one, that's the reason I repurchased the pro one. So I have only one empty of this, because when I ended up repurchasing my retinols, I repurchased both of them together, the Orchid and the Thrive. So I went through the Orchid more quickly, and I used up all of that. So now I have like 2 or 3 bottles of the Thrive. So yeah, this is just one that I emptied, but I have 3 more, one that I just opened not that long ago, and then 2 more in the backup stash. So yes, that is that. Since we're talking about a nighttime skincare routine, let me talk about one more product that I go through very like regularly and consistently, and that is the Chemist at Play night creams. Again, I have so many that I'm trying to hold all at once, that I'm kind of juggling between them. So we have 3 of the blue one, which is the dry to normal skin night cream variant, and then I have one of the oily skin night cream variant. Now I just prefer, to be very honest, the scent on the blue one. This brand doesn't have any sort of artificial fragrance. I'm reading the ingredients list. There is no artificial fragrance component over here. No, actually wait, there is. I just noticed that this actually does have fragrance in it. I did not know that, because typically I don't use products with fragrance in it. But honestly, I love this night cream so much that I am willing to look past the fragrance in it. So I do like the fragrance on the blue one more, and even though these are supposed to be meant for different skin types, I don't actually tell a difference in terms of how they apply, how they moisturize the skin. I feel like they're pretty much the same. So I will just continue to use the dry to normal skin one. I have one that I'm currently using, and then I think I have one more backup. So yeah, we go through these pretty quickly. Again, I feel like I go through this every 2 weeks, so that is pricey again, but I do buy this specifically. Even the Orchid retinol, actually I buy at buy one get one always, and the same goes for the Chemist at Play night creams also. When they have their buy 2 get 2, I'll just buy 4 and have like my stock ready, and if they have a buy one get one, then even better, I'll just place multiple orders. But I love this product so much. It is the most amazing night cream. It is kind of like a cold cream, so I would say a little goes a long way, but I think that's a good thing, because you actually get less product. You get only 40 grams as compared to most moisturizers that come with 50 grams. So I think that's a good thing, that a little goes a long way, and you still go through it every 2 weeks. So yeah, but it is truly one of the best night creams that I have found, regardless, like the texture, the consistency, the way it blends on the skin, the way the moisturizes, the way you wake up the next morning feeling moisturized. I mean, I have said these things so many times about these products that I feel like definitely a broken record at this point. So I just show you my empties to tell you how much I love it. That's just how it works. Moving on, next let's talk about sunscreens. So there are a couple over here that I have repurchased multiple times. The first one is the Fix Derma Shadow SPF gels, sunscreen basically. I have one of the SPF 50 and one of the SPF 30. Both of them are completely empty. I would just recommend SPF 50 because higher SPF, higher, you know, UV protectiveness essentially. So yeah, that's just the reason I would recommend the SPF 50 more. But if you're looking for something that's a little cheaper maybe and you don't mind a slightly lower SPF, you can go for the SPF 30 as well. This is the best gel sunscreen, lightweight sunscreen that I have found for oily skin people. It will definitely give you a little bit of a sheen on the skin. So if you're looking for the overall look, I actually have one more sunscreen I would recommend more. But if you are looking for a lightweight, doesn't leave any kind of a white cast, doesn't feel heavy on the skin, doesn't feel sticky. It's not gonna feel sticky, but if you ever use a product like this, it does have a little bit of a tack to it, so you do have to keep that in mind. But I think this is in general a great product. That is, I think the best thing about this is how lightweight it is and how easily it blends into the skin. So yes, that is the Fix Derma SPF gel sunscreens, and I will be repurchasing this shortly. I just won't do it right now because I'm trying out a couple of different sunscreens, and then I also have multiple backups of my favorite. I don't have backups of these right now. These were the only two I had and I used them up, but I will be repurchasing them soon. Speaking about my other favorite SPF that I love for oily skin people, it is the Deconstruct lightweight gel sunscreen SPF 55. This is the OG, and I say that because they have launched two other sunscreens which are more newer that I haven't tried out yet, and I am not really sure if I will be trying them out, to be completely honest. But yeah, I was just checking if I have more empties of these. Unfortunately I do not, but this is truly one of my favorite, like top favorite. I feel like I love it a little bit more than the Fix Derma even. This is actually one that I'm also wearing currently today, right now, under my makeup, and this is the most beautiful no makeup sunscreen, because it gives you this really nice like primer like smoothed out silicone feeling. You know, it just perfects your skin and just looks beautiful on days that you're not wearing makeup. You can also wear it on makeup days, like today I'm wearing it because I feel like my makeup goes on very quickly on top of it and I don't have to like wait. Sometimes I feel like certain sunscreens, because they're more hydrating, I have to wait to put on makeup on top of it. With this one I don't have to wait, which I really like. And I have two backups and then I have one tube that I'm currently using, so I'm stocked up on these, and you will continue to see these sunscreens in my empties because this is one that I'm currently using a lot. So that is the Deconstruct skincare gel sunscreens. Moving on next, since we're on the Deconstruct train, let's talk about their cleansing balm. I have 1, 2, 3, just 3. I'm surprised. I just have 3 empties of this, but I think I had one more that I cut it open and I tried to use it up completely, but then I couldn't because it's a little product. I mean, if you're just cutting the crimp and you're trying to get out the product, it will be a little difficult to get everything out. So yes, in case you're wondering, I do feel like there is a little bit product wastage, and I also feel like because it's a smaller size, you actually go through these very quickly. So cost wise it can be a little bit expensive, even if you're getting it at offer. So that is my probably only con about this product, and that is something that also makes me question a little bit if I will continue to repurchase it or not. I have again a couple of backups of this also, because when I found it in offer, I bought like 8, I believe. I'm not joking, I literally bought like 6 to 8 of these, so I still have quite a few more that are left in my collection, in my backup stash. But this is the best consistency for a cleansing balm, because it is kind of thin in the sense that you will not have to work very hard. Like with certain other cleansing balms, I hear people say that, you know, it's very waxy and you have to, like, you know, work into getting it in on your skin and then removing your makeup. With this, it will like instantly blend and just dissolve all of your makeup and completely wash off, and then you can just go in with a cleanser and wash your entire face off. So that is something that is really nice about this product. But sometimes I notice that it can kind of like, I mean, if it comes in contact with heat, like it's kept in a place that is not like a cool dry place, kind of, if you keep it in the sun accidentally, if you leave it on the window or something like that, the product can actually kind of melt inside the tube. So then when you like pump out the product and you get it out, it's a little bit more oily. So I am not sure again with this one also if I will continue to repurchase this for that reason, because how expensive it is. I have been praying for them to come out with this in a bigger size that is hopefully more economical. I think then I will get back to this, but for now I feel like I go through this very quickly and I wear makeup often enough also, so I feel like I'm spending a lot of money just on these, whereas I could get a much better deal if I just ended up going back to like the Plum Lumin's cleansing balm. And with July like approaching us basically very very soon, the Plum sale will be back again, and I do think that I would end up repurchasing the Plum cleansing balm and going back to that. So yeah, I do love this. I have repurchased it. I've bought it a lot, but I also have to be honest with you that how fast I'm going through these is not great. So yeah, that's sad, but it's true. Moving on, next let's talk about some deodorant. I have two empties of the Chemist Play Odor Control roll-ons. I have one that's in the peach fragrance, which is my favorite fragrance, and then the aqua fragrance I actually got complimentary sent from the brand as like a loyal customer who buys a ton of Chemist Play products, if you haven't noticed already. So yeah, if I had to go back and choose, I would just repurchase the peach one because I like the aqua fragrance. It's quite fresh, but it's not my favorite fragrance from them. So yeah, I love the Chemist Play roll-ons. They have really helped with my underarm pigmentation a lot, and I have actually decided that instead of like continuing to repurchase and buy stick roll-ons, stick deodorants, I will actually be going to roll-ons. So yes, once I go through the stick deodorants that I have in my collection, I will actually go back and repurchase the Chemist Play deodorants. I've been waiting to do that. It's just that I have a ton of backups of stick deodorants at the moment right now in my collection, so I feel like I don't want to waste that. I want to go through that stash and then I can go ahead and repurchase this. But I am very very happy with the results of this specific deodorant. Specifically, I was, to be very very honest, I didn't think it would work on my underarm hyperpigmentation, because there are so many products out there that claim to do that, but they don't do it, to be very honest. So then I'm like, I don't even want to go into it with that expectation, but this actually blew me away. So very very happy with that, and I will definitely be repurchasing it for sure. Moving on, next let's talk about some Formularx empties. I have two of the Peptide Ceramide Moisturizer, which is my, like, this is, if I didn't have to bother about money and if I just wanted to use a nice luxurious night cream, I would use this. The Chemist Play, I feel like, is more like oftenly found on offers and it's a better value price wise, so I feel like that's why I repurchased that. But if I didn't have to bother about money, if I had, let's say, all the money in the world also, I would still not repurchase high-end skincare. I would probably just continue to repurchase the Formularx moisturizers because they can be a little bit more expensive, but if you can club it with offers, if you can find a good deal on it, if they have an ongoing sale, and if you're any which ways placing an order to buy some other product, I would actually go ahead and add these to your cart because it's the most beautiful luxurious cream that's not heavy on the skin, that is just deeply moisturizing. I also like the tube packaging. It is a little bit more like luxurious to apply, So I really like that fact about these, and I just find them to be really satisfying to use also. I feel like it's an amazing experience. I just wish that they were a little cheaper, like a little cheaper. Or maybe if they did like buy one get one offers, like Chemist Play does, I think I would repurchase these more often. But I also know that this is a smaller brand, so maybe they don't have that kind of a budget, and they don't have as much of a profit margin, so maybe that's why they have to keep the price the way it is. So I try to like club these with my Sublime Life offers and discounts, and that actually reminds me that I did not shameless plug my discount code when I was talking about the Fix Derma sunscreens or the Deconstruct sunscreens, but I do want to quickly mention that I am a Sublime Life affiliate, and some of my favorite products like the Deconstruct cleansing balm or the Deconstruct sunscreen or the Fix Derma sunscreens or the Formularx products that I just spoke about, or even like the Barrier Relief Moisturizer that I'm going to talk about shortly. These are all products that are available on Sublime Life, and you can actually use my discount code, save some money, or just if you know you want to support my channel, if you want to support me and be able to enable me to continue to buy products, review them for you and create content, then it would mean a lot if you could use that discount code or the discount link that I will leave down below. You don't have to, but if you want to support me, please go ahead and use it. It would mean the absolute world to me. But yeah, I love the Peptide Ceramide moisturizers from Formularx as my favorite night creams. But the Barrier Relief is kind of the jack of all trades, because you can use it as a daytime moisturizer as well as a nighttime moisturizer, which is why this ends up being my favorite travel moisturizer. I have one more tube of this, which is actually in my travel skincare stash. I took it to quite a few of my travels recently, including weekend getaways, including when I went to Calcutta for my brother's wedding in April. I took this that time as well. In fact, that time I took like a new tube, and I and my mom, we both used it and we both love it. So yeah, right now I have only one empty over here in this bin because that tube is still going. I haven't emptied it out yet, so that's why I have only one empty. But this is another beautiful product. It's a lot of hype on the internet, and that hype is for good reason, I can tell you that. A lot of products I feel like get so much hype, but they're not deserving of that hype. This one is actually deserving of the hype, so I would highly recommend it. Moving on next, what do we have? We have the Plum body yogurts. These are in the Hawaiian Rumba variant. Again, it's a great moisturizer for oily skin. For the summer, if you want a lightweight moisturizer, these are great because they're like a gel body lotion, which is amazing. But similar to what I've said about some of the other products, I also feel like I go through these pretty quickly, which, I mean, sometimes it's just what it is. So I do enjoy using them quite a bit, but I have felt that these are not as moisturizing as I would like. They can sometimes feel like, okay, they moisturize for a couple of hours, but the moisturization doesn't last throughout the day, which can be a little bit disappointing. So that is just something that I would like to note. I have again 2 more backups of this still, so you would probably see this back in December again in this video. But this is something that I repurchase from time to time because I feel like there was a time and a place for it, and that's when I really tend to enjoy it. So I keep repurchasing it, and you guys know I love it. So yeah, that is that. My leg is actually severely cramped up right now. I have like I've been sitting here for the past half an hour, so I think it is very obvious that my leg had to get cramped up. Just give me a second, let me like, oh god. I wish I didn't have to do this on camera, but I feel like we have some more empties to go through. So I am going to be here for a while, and I want to be comfortable while I'm here, so I can comfortably talk to you about my favorite products. Let's move on next and talk about a sunscreen that I used a lot in the winters. I think that is why it went to like the bottom of this bin, because I did not use much of it recently, but I have used this in the past and really enjoyed it. I would say this is something that I see myself repurchase back again when winter comes around. I mean, I wanted to say next year, but essentially this year, in the next 4 to 5 months probably. And I'm speaking about the Dr. Sheths Ceramide and Vitamin C sunscreens. I have 2 empties of this as well because again, I feel like I get 15 to 20 uses out of it, which is decent. I think that is how much use I get out of most sunscreens that come in this size, and this is a really beautiful moisturizing sunscreen that I would actually recommend for dry skin people. I know that they had a campaign going around where they were promoting this as like a one-step skincare routine product in the summer, and I do agree with that. If you are using this as a one-step routine, it would probably work because this is going to moisturize your skin, but it's also going to give you this SPF protection. But that being said, I am not someone who would do a one-step routine. Ideally, maybe if I was traveling, I might do that, but I think even during traveling, I don't tend to do that. But on a day-to-day basis, I definitely have a 3-step routine. I have my serum step, I have my moisturizer step, and then I put on sunscreen. So for me, as a 3-step routine, as someone who has combination normal oily skin, this will be too heavy in the summer. I think I will just sweat all of it out. So I think that is why I would not recommend this for someone who has oily skin. Just me personally being very honest, I feel that way, and I think a lot of times you have to take people's opinion on the internet as with a grain of salt. Maybe there's a campaign going around, and that is why people are kind of demoing their product in that specific way. I would just personally not suggest that to people because I don't personally do skincare that way, right? But if you are someone who is not really into skincare, not really into beauty, you should still be using sunscreen, right? So if you don't have a 3-step routine, if you have a 1-step routine, you can actually use this as a 1-step routine, and this will do everything for you, right? So a lot of times when you see content out there, you have to kind of understand that, and sometimes I feel like people don't understand that, and that's why they misunderstand things. So any which ways, I'm sorry for going on that rant, but I hope that I made my opinions a little bit more clear on this specific product, and I hope that was helpful. So yeah, that is that. Let's move on and talk about I think I'm gonna pick out one last product, or maybe we should save this and speak about it in the next empties video. You know what? I think I'm gonna save it. I think I'm gonna end with the Dr. Sheths sunscreens. I do have a couple of more empties, but I just have one of each. So I think it would be more fun if I save these empties for the next 6 months, and then when I have more of the same product type, basically, I will show them to you in the next 6 months. I felt like I said that twice and it was very redundant. I'm sorry for that, but I really hope that you enjoyed this video, that you found it helpful, that you don't mind that this video was as long as it was, because yeah, these videos always tend to get so long. I have like so many empties to show you, and yes, now I'm going to have to get on a project just to clean all of these up and recycle them. So that's gonna be fun and very exciting. And yeah, that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for bearing with me. If you end up using my Sublime Life affiliate link, thank you so much for doing that. And that's gonna be it for this video. I need to go now because I'm literally getting late for work. But thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye.